Voyages video. Today we will be going over 5 tips and tricks that you need to know in order to make your Virgin
voyage
successful. Alright, tip number 1. Go ahead and book your restaurant reservation before you get on the cruise.
Yes, and you're able to do that through the app. I believe it's 45 days before.
Yep. So you want to make sure you get that done, because when you get on the ship, you're going to be trying to do other things, and you want that already accomplished, so you don't have to worry about it.
Yeah.
Be ahead of the crowd, not behind.
And that brings us to tip number 2. Select an early boarding time so that you can board the ship and start selecting your entertainment.
Yes, this is vital to the success of your Virgin Voyage cruise.
Yeah.
If you don't get on early, you're going to have the bottom of the barrel times when it comes to picking your entertainment.
Yeah.
So you want to make sure you get on board first and you book that entertainment so that you don't miss out on anything that you might want to see.
Yeah. And you don't want to miss the entertainment.
No, it was really good. Really good entertainment. Moving on to tip number 3. This is important.
So another important one.
Yes, if you don't come away from the video with anything out of the 5, this is the one you need to remember. Go get your pen. I'll wait a second.
Oh my goodness.
Okay, you've got your pen. Now, what I want you to do is remember. Write down, remember. Remember to arrange your cruise, the end of your cruise, what?
Transportation.
I couldn't think of the word. You want to get your transportation out of the way. Why? Because Virgin's terminal is the last terminal in the whole entire Miami port.
Yep.
So you think Uber's going to come. You think Lyft is going to come. Guess what? You even think a taxi is going to come. But I tell you one thing, they're not coming.
Not as long as there are other ships also arriving.
Yes.
For disembarkation.
So there were 3 ships in port when we came back.
Yep.
And one couple we met, they were out there for over an hour, and they had tried Lyft and Uber. All of them canceled, and so eventually they got in the taxi line, and then that's where we met them, and we actually ended up sharing a ride with them along with another person who was going to miss their flight.
Yeah.
And half not for that being a van taxi,
that we could all fit.
we could have missed our flight.
There are 5 of us in the van.
Yeah, so you don't want to be stuck in a situation where maybe you're like, we'll make a flight. There's plenty of Uber and Lyfts out there.
Yeah.
Rada. You're going to get cancellation after cancellation. Don't chance it. Arrange your transportation so you won't have any vacation stressors at the end of your trip.
Yes.
Very important.
Yes.
Moving on to tip number 3.
Keep it tip number 4.
Tip number 4. Keeping me honest. Keeping me honest.
So along the same lines, make sure you try to book a late flight.
That's
and
so
by
help.
late, we mean at least late afternoon.
Yep.
Because for the same reason as tip 3, especially if you are leaving the day that you return.
Yeah.
If that port is not your home port, get a late flight.
Yeah.
It will save you the headache. You can disembark the ship, I believe, as early as 7 a.m. Some people choose not to leave that early because they want to enjoy their last cruise breakfast.
This is us.
So we got off of the ship at 10 for our almost 2 o'clock flight.
Yeah.
And we did not leave the port until 12 or a little after.
Yeah.
Because that's how long we had to wait for a taxi.
Yeah.
We didn't even attempt to do the Lyft or Ubers because, again, people were just canceling.
Yeah, it was crazy.
So it really does pay to try to get a later flight out.
All right, moving on to
the final tip.
Now, if you've stayed this long, that means 2 things. 1, you like the content, so go ahead and subscribe if you haven't.
Yeah.
2, you like the video, go ahead and hit the like button. It doesn't cost a thing. It's probably the freest thing that you'll ever experience in your life. Hit both of those buttons, and now we're going to move on to tip 5.
Yep.
Go ahead, Fee.
So within the app, there is a check-in process that you have to complete. If you don't complete everything, once you are trying to onboard the ship, they look at your app to see what's completed and what is not. If there's anything undone, any one thing undone, they have a line that's called "Oops, something's missing." So you go into that line. If everything is done, you were an A+ student and all your check-in done before boarding, you went into the
long line.
Ironically, the long line, the check-in line. So because we had one thing that was undone, we were able to go to the "Oops, something's missing" line.
No line.
That had no one in it. The benefit to that was that was also checking in.
Yep.
So we surpassed all of those folks.
Yep.
Those A+ students.
Yeah.
We surpassed all of them.
The C students got through first.
Well, I was a B+. I was only missing one thing.
Oh my God.
So, but yes, that was, so that's kind of a trick, if you will.
Yeah.
Now, hopefully, if that is something you decide to do, it does not backfire because everyone is doing it. But yes, it was definitely a shorter line and a less waiting time, I would say. Yeah.
So it could be helpful. I suggest just leaving maybe off some of the payment information, nothing else on the app except for that, because that was the easiest thing, that could be missing.
Yeah.
I wouldn't let anything else be missing because it may take up more of your time.
Yes, definitely.
All right, but outside of that, listen, we've given you 5 tips and tricks to take along with you to your Virgin voyage. Feel free to comment below, and don't forget to
Like and subscribe.